So the holidays are finally upon us, and what happens? You get together with your families, you go to holiday parties, you do all kinds of stuff like that. And so I decided to put Moderator Month on hold just for today so that I could talk about 10 of my personal favorite, holiday celebration scents. So when you're going to a holiday party, family get together, what are some of my favorite fragrances to wear? That's what we're going to be talking about today. So happy holidays, and without further ado, let's get it. What's going on, my great smelling dudes? Welcome back to my channel. Happy holidays, and I guess Merry Christmas Eve to you guys. Hope that you guys are having a safe and fun holiday. This is when I get together with my family members, is on Christmas Eve, and then on Christmas I spend the day mostly at my house, and then if we have more time later in the day, we'll go and see my other family, but it all depends. With that said, today I decided to do a little bit of a detour from the Moderator Month and talk about 10 of my favorite holiday celebration fragrances. Ones that you wear to the holiday parties with your family, if it's a work party, whatever it might be. Some good fragrances for that. I do want to let you guys know there are some fragrances that are going to be on tomorrow's list, which is top 10 fragrances for the holidays and winter under $50. That won't be in this video, so if you're just like, where's the Burberry? Well, it's on tomorrow's list, and I don't want to do two back-to-back, so you'll see it tomorrow. With that said, today we're going to be talking about 10 fragrances that are great for holiday parties that pretty much anybody at that party will like. And if you don't, then you don't. I mean, it is what it is. But again, do all the good stuff. If you're not already subscribed, make sure to hit the notification bell if you want it early. Put your brother in on the algorithm, hit the like, and then comment below and let me know what your favorite holiday party scent is. And again, happy holidays. Again, first one, this is brand new, just came in. I was going to wear it today, but I'm going to wear this tomorrow to my wife's family's house. But this is MFK's Grand Soir. Grand Soir is very easy to explain. I just got the bottle in. I went through 10 milliliters of the decant, but it's going to be a little bit more situational for me. So I'm not going to be wearing it too much, which is nice because it is an MFK. And I also do have Baccarat Rouge 540 Extra 8, and I also have the original on its way. With that said, Grand Soir, it is amber, vanilla, and a little bit of lavender with a little bit of spice and woods underneath it that are really, they play very minimalistic parts, as does a little bit of musk, but this neither here or there. It is about 40% vanilla, like 40 or like 50% vanilla, 40% amber, and like 10% lavender. That's like what the fragrance is in a nutshell. And then again, maybe like a bonus point for the rest of those pieces. You would think, because I call this a signature amber scent, or a signature winter amber scent, I should say. But Grand Soir is just fantastic. It has more vanilla than amber, and the vanilla is more creamy than powdery, which is why I think I like this very much. Some people don't like it, and I completely understand why that is. But for me, it's the best amber scent in existence. I won't go any further than to say that. The second one on my list, this isn't in any order, by the way. This is probably my most worn niche fragrance. Yeah, probably. This is Parfums de Marly Herod. Parfums de Marly Herod, moist tobacco leaf, sweetness, a little bit of this like vanilla honey, and then you get a nice woods underneath there that brings in a nice creamy woods. But for the most part, you're leaning on that sweet and moist tobacco with a little bit of an ambery honey-like undertone, and then a little bit of this like kind of vanillic feeling coming into the fragrance, and some spice, some cinnamon spice to add a little dusting on top. Fragrance is my favorite tobacco fragrance. It always has been, always will be. Also, my favorite Parfums de Marly fragrance. It's just fall, winter, doesn't matter. Fragrance is bomb. It lasts 7 to 8 hours. Obviously more on clothes. So, yeah, there's going to be a rolling theme here. Most of these are going to be my favorite in their line. With that said, going into the next one, I have a bottle of this on the way. I would have already had a bottle if it wasn't canceled twice. But This is my favorite boozy ambery scent, Initio Side Effect. Initio Side Effect, I've already went through 2 decants of this that were sent to me kindly by subs, but my wife is absolutely obsessed with this stuff. It is an alluring, kind of ambery, sweet, boozy scent that really just is so sexy, seductive, and alluring. It has that nice rum booziness that really provides just like this shot of masculinity, but then you have the sweet amber underneath it, a little bit of almost like a fruity accord underneath it that just mixes in, doesn't make it more feminine or anything like that, just adds to the depth of the fragrance, and then you get some spice and a little bit of a darker woods, but as you get to the dry down, it turns into more of a lighter woods. Initio Side Effect is boozy, sweet, ambery fragrance, really freaking good. I didn't realize how freaking good it sat in my collection for like 6 or 7 months, and I didn't even touch it. And then I finally did, and I was just like, woo, that stuff is good. So good. Going to the next one. This is another new one that I probably won't buy a full bottle of it because it's $300, because there's another fragrance out there by St. DuPont that's very similar to it and does what this does for cheaper. But with that said, there's no denying this is the better version. It's Versace Atelier Santal Boisé. If I can find it for the $130 or $170 price Joma Shop has it for, I will buy that. But this is the best sandalwood fragrance I've ever tried in my entire life. It's more just kind of like a very high quality, minus the leather version of L'Eau d'Issey's Noir Ombre, where it's a very creamy sandalwood, a nice, rich, sweet amber underneath. And then as you work your way into the fragrance, you get a little bit more of the woodiness from the sandalwood, and then you get a slight bit of spice and vanilla that just blend into the fragrance. But overall, that sandalwood vanilla mixture is just next to freaking none. Super smooth, comforting. It's a cuddling scent. Great. And I did wear this to my parents' house like 5 or 6 days after Thanksgiving, because we make this, we have like a cookie cook-off, but bake-off, I guess you should say. And I wore this, and I got like 5 people in my family that were complimenting me on it. But anyway, this one hasn't been on a list in a while, but it's definitely easy to wear to a party because it's pretty mass appealing. You just have to like semi-youthful, sweeter scents. So I figured I would put this in there for the younger guys out there. This is Jean-Paul Gaultier's Ultra Male. This is one of the clubbing scents out there, but it's also really good for a holiday party. It's going to be that Ultra Male DNA, or that Le Male DNA, just modernized, a little bit more fruity, and then you get this beautiful pear note that mixes together with that lavender and mint that you get from the line. Obviously, you get that tonka underneath, but this is going to be a fruity night out style fragrance. So if your party's more at night and you like to have, if you're a little bit more youthful and you like to smell a little bit sweeter, this is a super mass appealing version. I have a huge version of it. I might sell this and just get a smaller version, but Ultra Male is really good. Really good. I mean, I don't know why I always smell the caps that don't have a cap, because you can't smell them on there. But yeah, that's and it projects very nicely. So I would probably do like 4 sprays of that, nothing more. Going into this is one of my favorite holiday fragrances. I like to mix this. If I'm going to a holiday party, I would mix this with Boss Bottled Intense Eau de Parfum, because it kind of meshes together to be like a warm cinnamon apple pie. But this is Spicebomb Infrared. Spicebomb Infrared, it's a cinnamon and benzoin bomb. Grenade, I guess you could say. And then as you get to the dry down, you get a slight bit of the tobacco. You get a little bit of that sweet vanilla quality mixing together as that cinnamon and the benzoin start to fade and just mix into the fragrance. It goes from a cinnamon and benzoin bomb with a little bit of red fruits and red pepper to give a little bit more of a spiciness in the opening. As you get to the dry down, it turns more into a calming, comforting scent. So it's like a tale of 2 fragrances, which is why I've always liked it. And it's a super mass appealing. It eats through the cold. It's just, they brought out the Eau de Parfum this year that lasts about an hour longer. This one, for me, lasts 6, while the Eau de Parfum lasts about 7 to 8. People say they get performance issues with this. I don't. I never have, never will. It's just, again, it's a tale of 2 fragrances. One is a calming, like foot off the skin scent, after about an hour, but the opening hour is like a cinnamon and benzoin bomb with red fruits and red peppers. Speaking of similar scents that are not similar scents, ones that are going to be very linear, that aren't going to change too much, but they're going to be very alluring. This one I actually didn't like when I first smelled it. It took me a while, but I really do like it. It's a great party scent. This is Prada Rossa Black. It's getting harder to find, though. This is an amber musky version of the line. It's amber musky, a little bit spicy, but yeah, it's like pretty much amber and musk. And it's like designer amber and musk, which is a little bit different. It's like a little bit darker, but for the most part, it's an amber musky mixture that has a little bit of this and a little bit of that and a little bit of this. That's pretty much what the fragrance is. I'm trying to be as short and sweet as I can today and tomorrow because I hate doing top 10 lists. You guys know that. And so if I can be as succinct as I possibly can and just give you guys the expression of the fragrance in like 3 words, that's what I'm doing today. Amber, musky, beautiful night out. That's Prada Rossa Black, but try before you buy. Because I didn't like it when I first got it. It took me like 8 months. Anyway. This is my favorite iris fragrance. You guys know what it is probably if you've been watching my channel. Prada Homme Intense. I thought about wearing this today, but it's not as mass appealing to other people because it's iris. Iris is never the most mass appealing. I've noticed like the Givenchy Gentleman line. Outside of the cologne, it's really hit or miss with people. Gentleman line is really not that popular among women for sure. Like my Ralph's Club Elixir has the iris in it. Doesn't really get too many compliments. Dior Homme Intense, Dior Homme Parfum don't really get too many compliments. Women usually don't like them unless you're in Europe. This one is the one that I've gotten a few compliments for, but it still don't get much because it's iris. Iris is heavy. This, again, Prada Homme Intense. What I like about this, what I like about you, I'm so weird. Prada Homme Intense is going to be the Prada Homme DNA, a little bit darker, a little bit more amber mixed into there, obviously with that iris from the line. And then you add in some beautiful leather. The leather in this is nice. It's not too heavy, but it blends into the fragrance to add a nice bold but smoothness to the fragrance. And then again, a lot more amber. This is definitely the fall and winter version of the line. It's just going to add a bit of leather and a little bit more amber and spice to the fragrance. So if you like Prada Homme, you'll definitely like Prada Homme Intense. That's just what it is. I do have to say the original Prada Homme, though, is very mass appealing. It's because they kind of mask the iris in these fragrances, which is why I think they're the more mass appealing in the United States, at least, is because they mask the iris to be almost more clean than that iris heavy fragrance, kind of like the Dior Hommes. With that said, going into the last two. One of these is my favorite as far as the one I'm going to be wearing. And it's going to be boring, and you guys are going to be like, duh. But anyway, this next one is not it, but it is my favorite from the line. Emporio Armani, Stronger With You, absolutely. This is always going to be the best one from the line. Even if Tobacco comes out and it's fantastic, this is still going to be the best one from the line. It takes that Stronger With You DNA. It amps up the darkness. It adds back in that nuttiness that you lost in the Intensely. It still has the vanilla from the Intensely, just not as heavy. It's a lot smoother, and it adds in this boozy quality that you don't get in any of the other ones. And that's what I love about it. It's darker, slightly sweeter, but more grown up because of that nice booze spice and that added nuttiness. Yeah, super nice. It's, to me, the most mass appealing one from the line. Unless you're looking at Freeze. Freeze is pretty nice too. But I've only tried that like a few times, so don't take my word for that. But Stronger With You, absolutely. Fantastic fragrance. If you can get your nose on it, get your nose on it. The Intensely is way too strong. It gives me a headache. That's more for younger kids who like really heavy, sweet fragrances. The original one is the most wearable because it is fresh but also warm at the same time. Then you have the Freeze, which is the best for spring and summer. even though I still wouldn't wear that during the high heat of summer. And then you have this one, which is the best for fall and winter. But I like the nuttiness in that. That one goes really good with the holidays. Anyway, going into the last one, the one that I told myself that I wasn't going to wear it for Christmas, but it was between this and Burberry London, which again I'm talking about tomorrow. But I decided I'm wearing this tonight. So Christmas Eve, I am wearing Kilian Angel Share. I kind of had to. Kilian Angel Share Warm Boozy Cinnamon Bun Drink. It's the best version out there. There's 5 million versions of this. Still doesn't compare to the original. The bottle is still heftier. The bottle is still nicer. It still has the best resale value if you feel you need to. It's still the most complimented fragrance in the collection. Any single person out there, guy or girl, likes it, at least from what I've seen. So Kilian Angel Share holiday party scent number 1. And again, tomorrow I'm going to be going with Grand Soir or Herod. I'm not 100% sure yet. Well, you know what? Actually, I'm going to skip both of those. So today I'm going to go with this, and tomorrow I'm going with this. That's the way I'm going to do it. Because Burberry London deserves its chance in the spotlight because it has that pine in there. And so what's better for Christmas Day? You're going under the Christmas tree, so might as well wear that pine, right? Well, let me know what your favorite holiday scent is that you're going to be wearing today or tomorrow, whatever it might be. And again, happy holidays to both of you guys, to all of you guys, to both of you. What am I talking to, 2 people? Come on, man. You guys got to laugh at that one. But if you made it this far, that is. But thank you guys for sticking in. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace out.